This may be a little over the top for your brain, but I'm going to show you anyway. You just got to see it. Just hang on. Are y'all ready? All right, here we go. Yeah, ready? Take a look. Let's go right here. Islam. Islamic flags representing the crescent moon birthing Halal. You know what Halal is? Do y'all know what Halal is? Let me go to USword. Let me show you what Halal is. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Halal. Halal. In the sense of brightness, the morning star. How art thou fallen from heaven? Halal. Now, you want to see the root of the word? Halal. To shine, to make a show, to boast, to rave, to boast self, commend self, renown, shine. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Halal? Son of the morning, the dawn. Okay. Right there. There it is. Islamic flags representing the crescent moon birthing Halal. Birthing Lucifer. So let's say we were to rotate this, I don't know, upside down or 90-degree right. The star would be considered upside down. See it? It's coming out. It's coming out of the womb. This is the womb, and it's coming out this direction. So it's coming out upside down, kind of like a baby birthing out of its mom comes out upside down. That, I mean, look, I don't know how much you guys know about ancient, religions and, the Sumerians and all that stuff. Let me just show you. Let's just get it over with. Look. Okay, the interpretation of the crescent moon as a uterus birthing a star is a significant ancient and modern spiritual symbol representing fertility, creation, and the divine feminine. Okay, there it is. The triple moon goddess. I don't know if you know that, there's 3 daughters that apparently Muhammad had that were to be worshipped as well. That's a whole nother video again. But the rebirth and the light and the star being birthed from the crescent moon. Halal. You also see halal in food service in Islam. Halal. The crescent moon birthing a star. Halal. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. Now, let me just read that to you one more time. The cosmic moon, the crescent moon, acts as a vessel or a cup, the uterus. So that's what the crescent moon represents. Cradling the star, which represents a child, soul, or a potential being born. So let's look at those Islamic. Let's see, where are Islamic flags? There we go. Islamic flags birthing Halal. There it is. Birthing Lucifer. So let me ask you, who do they worship? They pray with their head to the ground towards the pit. They worship Lucifer. Male and female. What is the Vatican? It's a snake. Yes. Did you know that the snake that's the Vatican, where the big keyhole is, has the penis of Osiris right in the dead center of the keyhole, representing the penis of Osiris, the penis of death? Did you know right there on the serpent would be what's called the cloaca? Do y'all know what the cloaca is on a serpent? Male and female both have what's called a cloaca. Let me show you real quick. Let's just do a little homework. Okay, so this thing, if you look right over here, you'll see that slit right there. That's the reproductive unit, or there's a slit in male and female. And let me just show you that the, hang on one sec, that slit, a snake's cloaca is a single ventrally located slit-like opening near the base of the tail that serves as the exit for waste and houses paired reproductive organs called hemipenes. Did you know male snakes have two penises? Male snakes have two penises. Okay. You can see right here, you can see it's like kind of like shaped like a half a circle right here. And when it's opened up, and I'm going to show you a couple images right here. When it opens up, it's shaped like a crescent moon right here. Here it is. It's shaped just like a crescent moon because a serpent birthing Lucifer, birthing that being into the flesh, is an exact representation of the cloaca, which is exactly what the Vatican is. Because here is the serpent that's the Vatican. I'm circling it right here. Now let's go up here. You see, here's the serpent, and then here's the keyhole. Here's the penis of Osiris, right where the cloaca would be, you know, for birthing Lucifer into the flesh. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Just like that serpent's cloaca, and we put a star there. And that just happens to be, I mean, guys, that just happens to be the same as the flag of Turkey or I think this is a Turkish flag, right? Or these other Islamic nations. I mean, really? The cosmic womb, the crescent moon, acts as a vessel or a cup. So the crescent moon represents the uterus, cradling the star, which is Halal, Lucifer. There it is. Now, let me show you this blended image. This is a girl's tattoo. This is supposed to be a flower with her fingers opening the flower that looks like a keyhole, you know, like the keyhole right here, the cloaca. There it is, guys. You can't argue with it. It's perfect. And then there's the cloaca of a serpent birthing the star. That's why they sing inside of a serpent to Lucifer donning his own creation, the flesh. There it is. You're looking right at it. I mean, I don't know what to say except like, damn. Maybe you gave me a little too much knowledge, Lord. It's too much. There it is. The serpent race, Lucifer, the flesh. There it is. I mean, you're looking right at it. That's the flags of Islam. Busted. It's just like, take your finger, go like this, turn your finger sideways, put it close to your lips, make a noise, and then go. Ooh, that's so freaking crazy. And the Lord said he would make me as wise as a serpent. Boy, did he. All right. Anyway, wow. Okay. Anyway, it's here. The time's here. We're in the time. The end of the world's here. I love you in Christ. I hope you turn the world upside down, meet the Lord in spirit, and get converted. I do. I know there's so many people running from the truth right now. It's crazy. And by the way, it's a lot. I know there's a lot of people on some of the videos I've been doing. They're concerning themselves with Donald Trump. Boy, do y'all not get it. It's just like, what? I'm showing you that Obama is Islam. I don't give a rat's ass about Trump or whatever. Who cares? Who cares? But Obama is the Mahdi, period. He's standing on a seat of Satan. He had a replica built of the seat of Satan. He's standing there with two kids that aren't even his kids. He's standing there with a transgender, Michael. I mean, you know, he's lying out his ass every time the guy talks. And then he's the Islamic plant from the inside. Let me show you a great way to understand him. There's a quote from Cicero, and this is a perfect quote right now to share. A nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. The traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely, his sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. For the traitor appears not to be a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims, and he wears their face in their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the heart of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. Thank you, Obama. He works secretly and unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of the city. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. A murderer is less to be feared. The traitor is the plague. And he brought Islam with it.
2008, something unbelievable happened for us in the FBI. We were getting lots of rumors about this high-level asset that worked for several intelligence agencies at the same time. He worked for the Saudi intelligence service, he worked for the CIA, and he was being developed as a political asset in Chicago, Illinois. He was not even a United States citizen, but it was said that he was a student visa and that he was a national from another country. In 2008, everyone in the intelligence structure found out who he was. It was this individual whose name I don't like to say, who became president in 2008 of the United States.
And I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States.
One of his code names was Renegade. His real name was Barry Sortoro, but he adopted a different name for his political career. When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did, of course, was he defunded our military. He brought down the resources that they got. But then he ordered our military in many, many instances and in various theaters to attack our allies and to defend and supply and help our enemies. That's exactly how he created ISIS. He would say publicly that the military were going to bomb our enemies, but then he would have the military actually bomb enemies of ISIS, our allies. He gave ISIS funding and equipment by basically ordering our military to take equipment into a certain theater and then abandon it. And the commanders would say, that's ridiculous. We'd just be handing that stuff over to ISIS. And the president's office would say, don't question orders, just follow your orders. And
that's what the world takeover is about. The serpent race. Satan taking over in the end of the world is the takeover. Islam is the manifestation of Satan. That's it. It's even on their flags. Hello. It's the crescent moon birthing Halal. Lucifer said it right there. Right there, guys. But you'd have to know the Bible to know this. And that's what the Lord taught me. All glory to the King. All right. All right. I can't find my bear, so I'm going to give my cat a hug. Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Okay. Give everybody a hug. Okay. Take your little paw. Okay. You going to wave to everybody? All right. I love you guys. Damn, they're busted.
I am holding in my hand the Muslim Brotherhood plan for the destruction of the United States, written 5/22/1991. The title of the plan is مذكرة تفسيرية للهدف الاستراتيجي العام للجماعة في أمريكا الشمالية. You all got that? There will be a quiz. It is titled the Muslim Brotherhood, an explanatory memorandum for the general strategic goal for the group, the Muslim Brotherhood in North America, written 5/22/1991. This plan was presented as evidence in the Holy Land Foundation trial, the largest terrorism trial ever in the history of the United States, where our government handed down 108 guilty verdicts for Muslim Americans and Muslim American organizations raising money to support terrorist organizations in the Middle East to the tune of millions. And I'm just going to read you a paragraph of this plan, so it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about. They talk about the settlement in the United States. Understanding the role of the Muslim Brother in North America. The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process with all the word means. The Ikhwan, which is the Arabic word for brothers, must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers so that it is eliminated and Allah's religion is made victorious over all other religions. Is this clear? They don't mince words, do they? But the most important page of this document is the last page. Because in the last page, they list 29 front Islamic organizations set up in the United States with the specific goal of sabotaging America from within and destroying America by our own hands. And I'm just going to name a few. Number one on the list is ISNA, Islamic Society of North America. And if you're familiar with ISNA, it's because they are now advisors to President Obama about Middle East policy. So we not only have the fox watching the hen house, we have the fox inside the White House dictating policy in the ear of the president. Number two on the list is the MSA, the Muslim Student Association. The Muslim Student Association has more chapters on American college campuses than the Democrats and the Republicans combined. Number 8 on the list is NATE, the North American Islamic Trust. The North American Islamic Trust owns the deed to over 90% of American mosques in the United States. That is a problem. Now, what makes this very important, and I'm going to focus in the last 5 minutes on education, is to show you how they set up every organizations in this plan to destroy America, focusing on every sector of our society. Organizations focused on publishing, organization focused on media, organization focused on education, with the strict purpose of doing sabotage to America from within. And I'm not talking military. We know that ISIS and Al-Qaeda and all the others want to attack the United States and do damage to the United States. As a matter of fact, we in the United States have 150 terrorist organizations right now operating in America. 5 of them are operating right here in the District of Columbia. And our government, and these are the ones we know about.
This is where it all started. Check it out.
We are no longer a Christian nation.
We do not consider ourselves a Christian nation.
The United States has been enriched by Muslim Americans. Since our founding, American Muslims have enriched the United States. Islam has always been a part of America's story. There is a mosque in every state in our union and over 1,200 mosques within our borders. Let there be no doubt, Islam is a part of America.
This man is actually declaring that America is no longer a Christian nation. What does this world come to, man? What does this nation come to? I mean, he's literally telling us the Muslims are going to take over. Literally telling us right to our face, right on national TV. Comment your thoughts.
Wherever we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation. At least not just. We are also a Jewish nation, a Muslim nation, and a Buddhist nation, and a Hindu nation, and a nation of non-believers.
That's something that's very important to me. You know, I've said before that one of the great strengths of the United States is, although as I mentioned, we have a very large Christian population, we do not consider ourselves a Christian nation or a Jewish nation or a Muslim nation. We consider ourselves a nation of citizens who are bound by ideals and a set of values. I think modern Turkey was founded with a similar set of principles.
So let me say this as clearly as I can. The United States is not and will never be at war with Islam. In fact, our partnership with the Muslim world is critical. We will convey our deep appreciation for the Islamic faith, which has done so much over the centuries to shape the world, including in my own country. The United States has been enriched by Muslim Americans. Many other Americans have Muslims in their families or have lived in a Muslim-majority country. I know because I am one of them. I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world, one based on mutual interest and mutual respect, and one based upon the truth that America and Islam are not exclusive and need not be in competition. Instead, they overlap and share common principles, principles of justice and progress, tolerance, and the dignity of all human beings. I do so recognizing that change cannot happen overnight. I know there's been a lot of publicity about this speech, but no single speech can eradicate years of mistrust, nor can I answer in the time that I have this afternoon all the complex questions that brought us to this point. But I am convinced that in order to move forward, we must say openly to each other the things we hold in our hearts, and that too often are said only behind closed doors. There must be a sustained effort to listen to each other, to learn from each other, to respect one another, and to seek common ground. As the Holy Quran tells us, be conscious of God and speak always the truth. Let there be no doubt, Islam is a part of America. And I believe that America holds within her the truth that regardless of race, religion, or station in life, all of us share common aspirations. To live in peace and security, to get an education and to work with dignity, to love our families, our communities, and our God. These things we share. This is the hope of all humanity. As a student of history, I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like Uluzar that carried the light of learning through so many centuries, paving the way for Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment. But my personal story is not so unique. The dream of opportunity for all people has not come true for everyone in America, but its promise exists for all who come to our shores. And that includes nearly 7 million American Muslims in our country today, who, by the way, enjoy incomes and educational levels that are higher than the American average. Moreover, freedom in America is indivisible from the freedom to practice one's religion. That is why there is a mosque in every state in our union and over 1,200 mosques within our borders. That's why the United States government has gone to court to protect the right of women and girls to wear the hijab and to punish those who would deny it. So let there be no doubt. Let there be no doubt, Islam is a part of America. And I believe that America holds within her the truth that regardless of race, religion, or station in life, all of us share common aspirations. To live in peace and security.
We have 18 cities that I have reported myself with documentation, 18 cities in America are 100% conquered by Sharia.
Dearborn, Hamtramck, Patterson, New Jersey. There's a few that I can think of. They've even got like Arabic on their police badges. They've renamed Main Street Palestine Way. I mean, this is real. It's not figment of anyone's imagination. This is happening.
The city name is Islamville, New York.
What? There's an Islamville in New York?
Yes.
Oh, yikes. Wow.
That is my #1 on the 18 report. It's called the Conquer Map of America.
Wow.
The #1 city is called Islamville. And yes, we are conquered. The question is, are we going to let them finish it or not?
And of course, we have a Muslim mayor in New York City now, other than Washington, D.C., maybe the most powerful city in America, something that even I think just a few years ago would have been seen as utterly ridiculous.
How did they start the Islamizing America? Phase 1, you come as peaceful. You're the victim. You come as immigrants, I need help. I need welfare. You come in the country, you introduce halal food, the women wear hijabs, and it's like, you know what, let's just coexist. Then we go to phase 2. Phase 2 is kind of a little bit more aggressive in public. Now they're gathering in larger groups, like thousands, like New York City. Thousands of Muslims are gathering, praying in the street. They're now getting in political spheres, like Zohra Mamdani. They're becoming a little bit more public.
Wasn't it at LA?
Yeah.
LAX airport, where one of the shops was just playing the Quran out loud. So that you could hear as you're walking by. That'd be stage 2.
That's kind of stage 2. Islamizing, let's slowly do it. New York City, you have, food trucks playing the Quran out loud, bit by bit. Then you go to phase 3. Phase 3 is where the UK is at right now. Phase 3, they get very aggressive. They begin to get violent. Terrorist attacks increase. So Sydney would be going into phase 3 right now. Knife attacks increase. The knife attacks in the UK is horrendous. Rape cases increase. The UK, Europe has had 200,000 rape cases in the last 200 years. Sorry, in the last 20 years. 200,000 rape cases in the last 20 years by Pakistani Muslims. So that's phase 3. Rape cases increase, terrorist attacks increase. And then you go to phase 4. Phase 4 is now kind of where no one is there yet, except obviously Afghanistan and all the Muslim countries. Now Christians are called the infidels. Churches are burnt, pastors are killed, women are raped, children become Muslims. So my warning to America is, if you don't wake up, you're going to be Islamized. And America have this pride. Americans can sometimes be proudful. My country, and it's good to be proud of your country, but don't let it turn into arrogance, in a sense where you become ignorant to the fact that Islam is a religion, is a conquering religion. Islam conquers countries for a living. And for 1400 years, they've conquered countries. So Muhammad, after he died, within 100 years of his death, Islam conquered 50 to 60% of the Christian world.
Wow.
So if America thinks, Islam's not going to conquer me, that's just arrogance. Egypt thought that and they were conquered. Yemen thought that they were conquered. Morocco thought that and they were conquered. The UK thought that and they're being conquered. So America needs to really wake up, or you're not going to be Christian anymore.